Hi everyone, my name's Rob and I used to own 7 ice cream stores. Now back in the day, my biggest challenge was finding and keeping good employees. I'd post an ad to Craigslist and get over 100 applications that all looked exactly the same on paper. One of my first employees was a girl named Kendra. Now Kendra showed up at my store with a paper copy of her resume. And I was at the store when Kendra dropped the resume off. It's a very good thing I was, because Kendra's resume was awful. Bad spelling, bad grammar, and no real experience other than soccer and babysitting, but a wonderful personality that I knew would be a great fit for my customers. Kendra was also available with a flexible schedule, lived close to the store, and was willing to work for the hours that I was offering. Kendra was exactly what I was looking for, but I never would have known it from her resume. And it made me realize as I grew and scaled that a resume tells you very, very little in the retail and service industries about whether someone's actually going to be a good employee or not. I look back and I wonder, how much time and money did I waste on good resumes? And how many Kendras did I miss out on? We've developed HigherMe to solve this problem. And we offer an online recruiting platform for retail and service employers to help them find, screen, and hire better employees faster. Now, applicants go to our site and answer questions, both objective questions like what's their experience, when are they available, where do they live relative to the store, but also subjective questions like what kind of personality do they have, what would they do in certain situations. But we also give them the opportunity to record a 30-second video to display their personality and stand out from the crowd. Employers have access to these applicants and see a ranked list of them based on the criteria, objective and subjective, of what they're looking for, along with the 30-second video. And employers have access to these candidates and pay us a monthly subscription fee to contact them and schedule an interview. Now, Mark Andreessen, co-founder of Netscape, big-time venture capitalist, recently made the observation that the online recruitment space is a $400 billion opportunity. Now, obviously, that's a very big number. And Andreessen was talking about it specifically in the context of his investment in LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn has revolutionized the way that white-collar professionals look for jobs, but it hasn't really done anything for the waitress or the cashier. Jobs like that are huge, huge components of our economy, and yet there's not really a good way to find applicants for them. And that's a shame, because in the retail and service industries, bad hiring and turnover are big, expensive problems. There are over 40 million retail and service workers in this country at over 1 million brick-and-mortar retail locations, with turnover as high as 100%. And for the individual operator or franchisee, that represents 20% or more of their revenue. It's a big, big, expensive problem. So we wanted to build a great team to solve that problem. So we started with me. I used to own 7 marble slab ice cream stores, and I have spent the last year and a half as a data scientist at a venture-backed Boston startup called Moby. Met my co-founder Evan on Facebook 2 years ago while we were looking for housing for the Babson MBA program. Evan's got a background in computer science from Wesleyan University and has worked as a product manager for a number of different startups, as well as Motor Trend Magazine's suite of websites. Evan is the perfect branch between business and technology. Now, Evan and I realized that we needed a rock star developer to actually help us build out our vision, and we found one. Ironically, with a video. We reached out to Josh Stevens with a 2-minute video pitch of ourselves and our concept, and Josh came on board the team. He brings with him nearly 10 years of senior development experience in PHP and is a perfect component to our team. Now, we have hit on some major milestones. We won the Startup Rounds pitching competition and the Babson Beta Challenge, winning over $30,000 in cash and $50,000 in in-kind services as a result. We are a proud member of the 2014 class of Mass Challenge, the world's biggest startup accelerator, and we'll be working out of their offices through to the end of the year. Our biggest milestone has been the development of our prototype. We let applicants go to the prototype and record a brief video to apply for jobs. It's let us learn a lot about employers, but also about users, like Brianna.
Hi, my name is Brianna, and I was looking for a full-time serving position. I've worked in restaurants for about 5 years, and I ended up recently switching from the restaurant business, and I went to a collection job. So now I sit behind a desk and I talk to people on the phone, and I'm just ready to get back in the restaurant business and food industry. I love it.
So Brianna is one of the applicants that's delighting one of our trial employers right now. We have over 50 jobs posted with these employers, including a 10-unit Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin-Robbins franchisee that's the cornerstone of our pilot. And we've had some impressive metrics so far. We've had over 700 registered users submit nearly 200 applications for these jobs. We've had over 6,000 views of our website since we launched just a few weeks ago. Now we have a specific and yet straightforward go-to-market strategy. We're going to continue using our prototype as part of our beta test as we finish development of the first 1.0 version of our platform. We're going to reach out to multi-unit franchisees and restaurant operators to help them screen the applicants that they are already getting through other sources like Craigslist, in-store walk-ins like I had, as well as job postings on other boards. This will allow us to build up our pool of applicants and learn a lot about them. We have a lot of really interesting gamification and virality components in the pipeline so that we can keep that user base engaged and grow it as quickly as possible, including our ability to actually seed the site with third-party job postings to let the applicants have something to do and to keep them engaged. Once we have a large pool of applicants, we can find and screen perfectly well, and we will be able to reach out to larger employees with additional outbound sales, but also offer a self-service platform for smaller operators. Now, we think we have some distinct advantages over the competition. There are a lot of job boards out there that help you find applicants, and there are a lot of software tools out there that help you screen applicants. And yet no one has really bridged the gap between find and screen specifically for retail and hourly employment. Now, when we talk about some of the screening software that's out there, a lot of it is based around personality profiles. It's very static. I am creating a job profile of what a waitress looks like. I am hiring a waitress, period. We've designed our algorithm in such a way that it can be customized at a much greater level of detail. I am hiring a waitress for my store, my fine dining restaurant on Broadway Street in Malden, Massachusetts, with the specific team I have in place right now. Much greater level of customization for the employer. But of course, we also allow for the 30-second video. I have hired over 300 people in my life. I have conducted over 700 interviews, and I can tell you, there is nothing more painful than the 19 and a half minutes after the 30 seconds if you know they're not going to work out. Video is a great way to help save time there. One big problem for these employers is actually no-shows for the interview. Someone schedules and then doesn't show up. So we actually remind the applicant and the employer of the interview that's been scheduled and allow it all to take part on our platform. We remind them with a text message and an email, reducing no-shows and saving a lot of time. We are excited to talk to anybody in the restaurant, food, or hospitality industries, particularly multi-unit franchisees and operators. We've also begun raising our seed round, the first tranche of which is a $200,000 convertible note. So, for those of you who have brought your checkbooks, we will be available out in the hall after this presentation. HigherMe is poised for great success. We have a large market with a persistent and reoccurring problem. We are attacking an attractive and yet underserviced market niche, but we have a clear path to recurring subscription revenue. Most importantly, we have a CEO who has lost many nights of sleep battling over this very problem. Thank you very much.